Good afternoon, everyone. It's Sheila here in Bohodaydreams, and welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a great start to the weekend. We had some wonderful, wonderful rain. Oh, I'm so happy. It's still very gray, and it looks like it's storming about 10 miles down the road. It looks like it's storming there, but we had a nice little rain, so I'm so happy about that. So I've been working really hard. I've almost got all the deep lavenders and the emerald packages out. I am, if you were on the list for one of the embellished textile bundles, they're almost ready to be shipped out also. I'm just in the process of ironing now and getting them into the color order that I like. Anyway, I was cleaning up and I ran into this. This is a project that I was working on when I was in Canada. And I had created 2 journals, and then I started a third one. And then because I had to start a third one because I needed to occupy myself, because I wasn't getting out of isolation in the 14 days that I was supposed to get out. It took a little longer than that, so I needed to occupy my time and kind of distract myself because I needed to get out. Anyway, I started this, and then when I did get out, I never had a chance to touch it again because I was very, very busy with the baby in my arms all the time. So anyway, I'm going to take a quick look at it. First of all, I'm going to show you where the idea of the add-on lace and textile package came from. Because while I was going to Canada, I prepared myself some packages because I knew I was going to be in isolation for a long time. So I prepared the normal velvet package. And then I thought, well, I'm going to need some stuff and I can't pack everything. So that's when I decided I was going to dye up some of the extra pieces. You know, some of the trims that I had. This is a piece of a handkerchief that I tore off. Just some of the laces that I kind of had hanging around. And I dyed them up, and they all dyed a little bit differently, which was very amazing to me because you would think that cotton dyes like cotton, but obviously it didn't. And then I grabbed a few extra trims that would coordinate with it, so that I would have something to work with, because I wouldn't be able to just run to my drawers and grab something, because there's just so much that you can pack and take along. And I did pretty good with that because coming back I had to leave totes behind. Excuse me. It's my 3rd coffee and it's a good one. So anyway, I want to take a peek and see where I'm at. I've had some crafters connect with me and ask me, how do I use these packages? And I have to say, well, I've only made 2 journals and a half. So they were specifically made as journal packages when I was in isolation. And so this is how I've used this beautiful, I don't even remember what color that is, but it sure is pretty, isn't it? So this is what I did. And I love all the different papers. So I like to kind of layer the papers. And this would be a tag. And see, I love Edith Holden's pages, but I love them for the script, for the writing on it, because it just really makes a beautiful backdrop to your tag. So let's see, what did I all use? So, well, I used some of the silk. While I was there, I had taken some silk along, and I had taken some dyes along, and I had just played with the dyes, and I actually was really happy with the outcome of this silk tie. So I'm ripping it up in strips and using it along the way. So we'll just do a quick little pop through. Got everything like stuck to each other. I don't even know what I was doing. And I love to leave things hanging out the bottom. So I did that. I used a lot of antique ledger paper. And I used the trims. I just cut the flowers off of a piece of trim. Let's see, where is it? This. I just cut the flower off and glued it on and did a little bit of stitching. I love stitching. I did take my sewing machine along, and oh, I love this lace. Oh, it's so old. Yes, I did use some. I love that type of lace. It's like woven. And the kit I use comes from Terry Fitzpatrick, and I can link that in the description box. I just love how everything, and you know, I tucked pieces in here and there because the other two journals that I created sold right away. So they sold while I was in Canada. So I like the idea of having an interactive journal. So I've left pieces like this intentional. They're pieces that you'll slip out, and you can pop that in wherever you want. If you want a tag here, or if you want a corner tuck there, it's very versatile. So I've intentionally left pieces like that. And I love vellum, and I love tracing paper. I love using them. I also really love the embossed papers. I'm actually trying to stain cardstock so that it coordinates with the velvet packages. I'm trying to do that with paper, so it coordinates with the velvet package, and see how that looks when you've got a bit of a more coordinated journal. I don't know. We'll see. I've got one coming up. I love this too. And this is a silk, an antique silk piece of lace. Always there's threads all over. And this was a flip. This is one of the papers that I had dyed and used a doily on. And we haven't had the sunshine really, so I haven't been able to do that yet this year. And here's another piece of fine lace that I only clipped on the top because I don't know if I'll stitch it in or not, because maybe it's an interactive journal and you just put that where you want. Maybe you want a piece of antique lace in your collection. I see I need some ironing. But this has been sitting in a tote for a long time. And all the different types of papers. I think this is a handmade paper. I think I have some watercolor paper in here. And that's as far as I got on this signature. There's some of the antique paper. I think this is 1906. So that's that. Let's see. Did I have anything on the other signature? I'm not sure. Maybe a bit. It's a postcard that I had scanned and then just backed with paper. Oh, piece of antique wallpaper. I think that's it. I don't think I did much. I didn't get that far. Anyway, I just thought I would give you a peek at the project that I'm trying to complete. Oh, I have to show you these. Aren't these pretty? Ah, I love these. These are those bobbin shuttles. And I just wrapped some antique lace around it and just tied it with a piece of cotton. I've also used dangles to secure them in place. I think there might even be an event coming up in the group Bohodaydreams that's going to be a shuttle, a bobbin with lace. Anyway, I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. I'm going to work hard getting everything out so I can start my next journal and maybe finish this one. Bye, everyone.